Hi guys, so yes, you have it. Now that we are expecting baby number 2, guys, there's definitely things that I learned, and I learned the hard way. I shared that. If you've not watched that video, make sure you do watch. And if you'd like, you could go down the description box. I'll leave a link. And so I'm going to share with you the worst buys that I bought, so that if you're a new mom, you're not going to make the same mistake that I did. Okay? Yes, so make sure you watch the video till the end. Also share with me what you bought and you feel it was just a waste of money. For the first thing that I bought, actually I didn't buy, it was a present. Sorry to say, so presents are nice, but I don't know, I didn't use it. Was the bottle of sterilizer. I'm going to insert a picture up here, guys. That thing didn't really help me, because by the time the baby was my daughter was getting to drinking milk, eating food, we used to like boil water. We used the old method. What you should do instead of buying, and that thing is so costly. Whoever gifted me, I know they had very good intention, but then it didn't help me, because I used to sterilize the bottles with hot water every other now and then, and they would be good. Like, I really didn't use that thing. So that is one thing that you should never buy. Another thing that you should not buy is a burp cloth. You see, these two things that you buy at the shop, they push you into buying them. The burp clothes, if you have liners, they can serve that purpose. If you have shawls, they can still serve the same purpose. If you have anything that's clothing, it can serve that purpose. So there's no need of you going to buy a burp cloth, or else you can just use something else instead of that. I'll really encourage, if you're a new mom, no, don't buy that. Just get a shawl. Of course, you always have shawls, or what do we call them? Shawls or liners. Use them to burp the baby instead of buying a burp cloth. Another thing that I feel was a waste of money were the newborn baby bags. You see these 2 bags that comes in 4-in-1, 3-in-1. Let me insert a picture up here. Trust you me, that thing will help you, yes, but okay, I feel it will be more efficient if you get a bag that you can also travel with, you can go to places with. Because that bag, I bought it at around, I think it was 2,000, but it really didn't save me, like help me out, because first, it's expensive, the materials are not that nice, it doesn't last that long, and then after the baby has grown, where do you take the bag? Yeah, so what you should buy instead, I feel, is a bag that you can travel with everywhere. That will really cost you less of the money. Another thing that I'm not buying, of course, and that I really regret buying, is the wipes. Guys, these things, as much as they say they are chemical free, blah blah blah, no, if you really want to save money, or you want to go low on your cost, or you feel you want to be as organic as possible, I feel you should use the cotton wipes. What you do is, instead of buying the wipes, what you do is you take the cotton wool, and then you have a thermos of water. Of course, that during that period you will always have thermos around. Just warm water, keep that warm water in the thermos. Then when you want to use it, just put some water in the basin, and the cotton, then wipe the baby. Plus, the wipes are always very cold. Like, if I'm only going to buy them, I'm only going to buy maybe one for going to the hospital, or mine, but I'm not going to buy them for baby. And I feel the cotton is less it doesn't have any chemicals, and it's cheap, plus it's efficient. To me, it's very efficient. That's something that I'm not going to buy, because I ended buying a lot, but at some point I didn't use it, because at the end of the day I had to soak it in hot water sometimes. Really not really going to buy as much. Are this you see this that you wrap around your waist while nursing the baby, guys? I didn't use that thing. Let's not lie to each other. I honestly didn't use that thing, because at that time, immediately after birth, your body aches, you're tired, your baby is there and everything, and this thing is so big for you to even hold the baby. That thing, the nursing pillow is so good. I'm not saying it's bad, but maybe when the baby, for what do we call it, for napping time, for sitting, for tummy time, that thing is so good. But for nursing, no, it's not. It's honestly not as efficient as possible. That's one thing that I'm not going to buy, because I feel it honestly didn't help me. I don't know, it might have helped some people, but for me, honestly, it didn't help. Another thing that I'm doing different this time around, guys, is buying everything new. When you go to these shops, they'll be like, this is good, and baby stuffs are so nice. Like, they are so nice. But guys, I ended up buying 0 to 3, and they can do 3 to something. By the time she was born, the baby was too big that I had to keep the clothes. I'll share another video on the clothes that I really had to keep. I just couldn't keep them out, because some were presents, some I bought them and they were so, I don't know. As much as I gave them out, I couldn't give all of them, so I kept them. And they were so expensive, but if you ask me, really, anything that I'll do differently is I'll thrift. Actually, I'll be thrifting so much this time, but I'm not buying so much. So I'll thrift, because at the end of the day, these clothes, outgrow them so quickly, and I'm not intending to reuse them. So I feel when you're buying baby clothes, just have a mix of new and have a mix of thrift, and buy bigger size. Don't go for newborn, like stuff like really newborn. Buy big sizes. That one, it will really help. Another thing that I'm doing differently, guys, is using this advertised soap and scented soap, scented oils. Okay, for me it didn't work, and it's something that I'm really going to do differently, simply because at the end of the day, those baby essentials are very expensive. I'm not saying that if it didn't work for me, it won't work for you, definitely, but I'm going all natural. Like for oils, I'm going natural coconut oil. For the soap, it's something that I'm trying to look for, but this last time I went for Johnson's, and it ended up giving her some rashes, and like I bought Johnson soap. You see that package, and I didn't use it. She didn't use it. Like, I ended up using it instead. So this time around, if you're a new mom, I'll really encourage you, buy things that are less of chemical. Try these other things. I'm not saying use kipande, but try as much as possible to go as natural as possible, so that by the time the baby is growing, you can now start them on other things, but go as natural as possible. Another thing that I'm not going to buy definitely is not getting so much of blanket, cause okay, I have a toddler, so recording sometimes becomes crazy. So another thing I'm not going to buy is lots of blanket. I had like around 6, 7 big ones, the heavy ones. This blanket takes like 3 to 4 days to dry up, and then for storage, it's too much, because you have the big blankets, you have the small blanket, then you have the shawls. So it's really a lot to have. Rather, I'd prefer you have 2 big blankets, 2 small blankets, plus the shawls. So that's something that I'm going to do differently. And then another thing I'm really not going to do again is getting a lot of bibs. The cotton ones, they are so nice, but I'd prefer you get 2 or 3 for the baby when they are small, Then when they start growing up, get the silicone ones. That's what I'm going to do. You go for around 300 bob. You can get two, then you alternate them. But for the cotton ones, Aki, with the stains, it's too much. It's just too much. It saves you a lot of cash. That's something that I'm going to definitely do differently. Another thing is buying a lot of clothes. Hey guys, that costed me, because these kids, how many clothes do they wear in a day? Maybe two, a set of two, right? Or even one. But if you have loads of clothes, what do you do with them? Honestly, me, I don't know. I think I had a lot of clothes to a point that I'll just lose them, and I just didn't know. Because the other day I was checking the pair of socks that she had when she was a toddler, and they were around 46 pair or 56 pairs of socks, and she didn't wear them so much because they outgrew her and I had to keep them. So tell me why you should really get a lot of clothes. They are little, they use lots, rompers mostly, maybe vests, into socks, into mittens, and maybe a sweater. You don't need that much. Yeah, you really don't need so much. That's something that I really do differently. Another thing that we bought and it just didn't help us was the walker, especially if you have people around who can help you with the baby, because you can even do it yourself, help them walk or just leave them so that they can find their way. Otherwise, walker, I don't know how much, 3,000 or 2,000, but the work it does, you do it even better. Yeah, and do it even better. So I think that was a worst buy for me, and it's something that I'm not willing to spend my money on. But if it works for you, good for you. But for me, it didn't work, so I'm not doing it. Another thing that I'm definitely not doing again is buying baby baby shoes, guys. This person is not working. This baby is a toddler. Like, she or he relies on you 100%. So are you getting baby shoes? And trust me, these things are so nice. Like, if you see them, they are so pretty, like you can't leave them. But it's a waste of money. Another thing that I'll really encourage, though it's so hard to find this one, so many mittens. These two things get lost and you don't know where they go. I don't know, you just misplace them. I'd rather prefer, if you have this, if you get these rompers that always have two mittens on, then that would really do. But getting mittens, like you get a whole bunch of it, I'll really highly not encourage that. So do it really different. And this is for the new moms, because when you get to that stage, they and go buy things too, we encourage you to like shop and shop and shop, and you feel like you'll need them, and you won't need them, guys. You won't. Trust you me, as the baby grows, you learn to do things your own way. So yeah, you really don't need it. So those are some of the things that I learned the hard way, and I hope you've learned something from that, especially if you're a new mom. And I'm really hoping that some of you, if you get to this video, and share what you bought and you really didn't need or use, because I know there's a lot of us. Yeah, share down below. Of course, subscribe if you've not, and let's continue sharing this journey of motherhood. Yeah, so see you on the next one.